All right, welcome to the Mega Mind podcast. My name, as usual, is Atari Jude, and my co-host with me is.
Wisdom.
All right, let's get into it. We have a lot to unpack. We are actually very excited for this episode, and also would want to use the opportunity to apologize concerning the previous episode about the little cracks and obstructions we had.
It
You
was
know,
it was all a thorn in our flesh,
it
all
really
of
was.
us, right? But thanks to one of our good friends, I think that's not going to be an issue this episode. So
Yeah.
we're really excited to get into it. Shout out to FTK.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah. All right. Let's get into it, shall we? Wisdom, take it away.
So yeah, the first thing we're going to talk about, on our last episode, we talk about how you know Warner Bros has finally come out to open up and say they are looking to sell, their studio to a different company. And
Yeah.
an update to that news is Netflix has officially thrown their hat into the ring. Right? They hired an investment bank to help evaluate the potential acquisition of Warner Bros. Discovery.
Okay.
Right? The reports came out from late October, then early November, and now they are actively exploring the opportunity of acquiring either the whole studio or parts of it. One of the rumor is they just looking to acquire just the DCEU parts of Warner Bros. So that's
Yes.
the part that was controlled by Zack Snyder, was it, right
Yes.
before James Gunn came to
Came in.
reset and all of it. So
Yeah.
um, there was sort of rumors that they are expressing interest in just that part of the business. I don't know. So, what do you think about the whole rumors and like Netflix specifically now hiring an investment bank? So now we know they are serious about actually trying
Yeah.
to acquire Warner Bros.
So it's kind of crazy though that they are trying to really acquire it, and I'm guessing this take or this show of seriousness is quite worrying.
It is.
It's quite worrying though. I do think that it's them not acquiring everything. Maybe that's them still trying to cut costs in a way because
Yeah,
like you
yeah,
said, they are not going to be acquiring television cable networks like CNN, TNT, Food Networks, and Animal Planet. So they might be trying to cut costs. So maybe they are not entirely fully in yet, but
I
they are showing signs that they are taking
they
it
are
seriously.
interested, right?
Yeah,
So, yeah. So to talk about what concerns us as well,
yeah.
let's imagine they actually do acquire, all of the TV rights and movie rights that Warner Bros. Have.
Hmm.
Mind you, that includes DC,
Yeah.
Harry Potter, most of the HBO shows, all the
Yes.
shows you see on HBO,
Yeah.
they are under that umbrella of Warner Bros.
Hmm.
TV properties, right? So,
Yeah.
including movies like Dune,
Yes, June.
yeah. So I am worried about, or I'm trying to think about the possibility of what could happen if they actually acquire, DC, the one that's run by James right now.
Yeah.
So the first question in my mind is, what is going to happen to the less popular shows and the less popular intellectual properties that James Gunn is trying to work on? Personally, I do not care for them. But I want to hear your opinion on them. For like instance, Booster Gold. I don't know who
Yeah.
that character is.
You don't. Okay.
I do not know who Booster Gold is.
I can give you a little bit of insight
Yeah,
on who Booster Gold
and then
is.
there is another TV show that is coming up with The Authority.
Okay.
I have heard about them, but I still also do not know who they are. So
Okay.
I am left wondering if Netflix, because Netflix is one of those studios that care more about the products that will have mass appeal. And most of those characters that are in the movie release slate in James Gunn's DC do
Yeah.
not have mass appeal. Booster Gold, The Authority, and even the Peacemaker TV show. Let's be honest. Even if there are
Yes. Yes.
two seasons,
Yes.
we have
Yes.
two
Yes.
seasons out now.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Peacemaker character, it is not a popular character.
Yes.
What are your speculations on what Netflix are going to do with it? And then maybe you tell me more about this Booster Gold.
well, well, well. I think like you said, they are looking to those TV shows that would appeal mostly. So I think they might pull the plugs or on those kind of shows that are not as popular.
Yeah,
Like you talked about Booster Gold now. Now Booster Gold is a hero that is from the future. So he wanted to be very popular, and he ended up not being the main man in the future. So he came back to the past to see if he can become that main man. And he ended up
Sure.
getting exactly show up and he ended up getting stuck. It's majorly seen in Justice League animated series. I think Justice League of America.
Okay.
Yeah, and Justice League Unlimited, basically. That's where
Okay.
you see uh, Booster Gold. It's actually quite good. The golden armor or outfits with a star in the middle. But yeah, back to Netflix though. I think they would put plugs on those particular shows, and I don't think it's quite nice because uh in the superhero world
Yeah.
basically
Yeah.
we have this kind of bias where we are focused so much on the major heroes, and I think
The
this
major heroes are
yes
measured for a
yeah,
reason.
true. No, no, they are,
They are
but
measured for a
no, they,
reason.
they are. But at some point, you have to start, giving the lesser heroes, a little shout out, basically. And I think James Gunn has executed that very well with the Peacemaker, with the Peacemaker franchise. And I think if they would allow it, it would
Yeah.
actually be good to just have this insight. That was one of the major strengths of Justice League Unlimited, the animated series. It having, in as much as he was talking about the major heroes, it still had
Yeah.
little episodes where we saw about Question, Huntress, and some other, lesser heroes.
What are
But
these
yeah,
names you are calling? What are these names you are calling?
Vixen, come on, Vixen. Okay,
Definitely, I
yeah,
know Vixen.
yeah,
Saw Vixen
obviously,
in Legends of Tomorrow, the
yeah.
CW TV
But,
show.
but Vixen is not. You can't categorize Vixen as a major hero. But she showed up. We had a little bit of her and the Green Lantern John Stewart in Justice League Unlimited. So I think it's from time to time just throwing in a little shout out to all these lesser heroes. But I don't think
There is
Netflix
that,
will go.
and also there is,
Yeah,
the DC movie verse is sort of complicated right now because we
true.
also have the part of like S words. So there is the
Yes.
major continuity of the DCU and there is the S words universe. Like the Batman movie is not part of James Gunn's
Yes,
continuity.
currently.
Then the Penguin series that came out as well is not part of James Gunn's continuity. They
Okay.
also had that Joker movie.
Yes,
not part of James Gunn's
that's
continuity,
just outside.
right. And then there was also news on development on a Constantine 2
Okay.
movie.
Yes.
So
That's already confirmed.
I don't know how many of y'all watched the first Constantine movie that's what's
Keanu Reeves.
yeah, Keanu Reeves played in.
Yes. Yeah.
They are developing the parts of those movies. That's S-word outside of the main DCU.
Okay.
I also think that Netflix might not likely keep those movies in development.
I think they might keep Constantine too, though.
Why?
Keanu Reeves. It's Keanu Reeves.
I think they are more likely to keep the Batman 2 than to keep Constantine 2.
But I agree with you there because
Yeah.
of the length. Because of the length, the
Yeah,
timeline. It's
just
just
so long ago.
yeah,
A
it's
lot
so
of-
long ago.
A lot of us would not even remember the story. And
yeah.
who knows if Keanu Reeves is even willing to come back?
He is. That's been confirmed.
He's confirmed.
Yeah.
All
he's
right,
confirmed to
that's
come back.
cool.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
guess it's a pick between Constantine 2 and Batman 2. But I still think they are more likely to keep Batman movies than the Constantine movie because
If
the Batman movie also had the spin-off of Penguin. TV show.
okay, and that
And
did excellently well.
that was one of the biggest shows last year, right?
Yeah.
So we had lots of nominations and Emmys and all of that. So I think they are more likely to keep Batman.
If you had a choice, which would you keep?
Batman.
I am more inclined to say Batman though, but I don't know. I just want to see Keanu Reeves as Constantine one more time. I don't know.
I couldn't care. I don't want to see John Wick's pulling magic now. John Wick 4 was already a lot for me to take in. Now John Wick is going to come out and be pulling magic. And I was like,
All right.
yeah.
No wahala.
And then also one more thing.
Yes.
Since they are going to be acquiring, if they do acquire all of the intellectual properties, get acquired the movie rights to this,
Yeah.
they could decide to give us 5 of Young Justice.
Wow. Okay. I'm on board. I'm on board now. No. I'm on board now. I'm on board.
So
I'm actually on board.
Do you think they are going to do something like that? Would you want that to happen? Well, I think they said that already. but just take it away. What do you think?
Well, I think Warner Bros. They've always broken our hearts with the Young Justice franchise from the get go. They've always played this hanky panky game with us, the fans.
I have been watching Young Justice since I was in the womb. I am 50 years old today, and we still have only 4 seasons.
and we have only 4 seasons, guys,
It's
and it's peak. It's peak.
it's quite unfortunate what they've done with
Yes,
that TV
with
show,
that with that with
right?
that with that series, it's quite unfortunate. And
5 years break in between, three
yes,
years
3 years
break in
break,
between the season,
and
and
it's
then
not. And
if see, I would not even annoyed if they just ended season 4 properly, but they ended it on a cliffhanger.
come on, how can you have Vanda Savage and Darkseid shaking hands with Kara Zor-El in the furies of Darkseid? Come on, how do you
And
end? It? How
I
do you
just leave
end?
it at that.
Just
Yes, you expect us to just go and sleep.
why? Why
So,
would Darkseid be shaking the hands of Vanda Savage? Why?
so
Why? How did
there's so there is this. I personally I do not want Netflix to own the rights to all of these important intellectual properties, right?
Yeah,
Because a lot of the times I feel like they are this studio that has always prioritized quantity over quality,
quality. Yes,
right?
yes.
But at the same time, the idea or the possibility that they would probably give us a new season of Young Justice. Because mind you, they have the streaming right to Young Justice. So if you go on Netflix, you see the first 4 seasons of Young Justice on Netflix.
Yes.
And I believe they have access to the back end and they can see how popular it is, and then they could decide to finally okay a fifth season for Young Justice.
Yeah.
Thinking about that makes me like consider okay, I may not fully mind. To hell with the other things. It would be worth it if they could get it and renew it for season 5 and they mess every other thing up. It would still be worth it.
I don't think everybody will agree with that, though, but
Everybody should pack their opinion and throw in the trash.
just for a Young Justice season 5, guys, it's that good. And I think you mentioned something, and I think we'll put a pin on that, or something that would come back on when you mentioned about Netflix prioritizing, you know, quantity over quality.
Oh,
I think generally that's what has been going on with the streaming networks, and I think we'll come back to that maybe in a later episode where we address that specifically, because
yeah,
it's becoming a major issue. A major issue.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, and talking about Netflix, we also spoke about The Witcher season 4
Liam
coming
Hemsworth.
out in our last episode.
Yes.
Yeah, the low budget Hulk. And it finally dropped last weekend. I have seen it. Have you seen it?
I I have seen it to an extent.
These are the issues. These are just the issues. Now they spoil podcast as well. Are you seeing my partner?
No, it's not. I can't explain.
We are supposed to be partners in this. We are supposed to be partners in this. So what episode did you get to?
Got to episode.
What do you mean by unfortunately? Unfortunately, in what sense? Talk to me. No, bro, talk to me. Unfortunately, in what sense?
That's a finish.
Oh, it's quite unfortunate then. It's quite unfortunate. But anyways, what are your first thoughts on the series? First reactions, right?
It's actually not as bad, if you're watching it with an open mind, like you are not putting.
By the way, before you continue, let me give you the screen score of each of the episodes. Episode 1, 4.5. Episode 2, 4.5. Episode 3, 3.8. Episode 4, 3.6. Episode 5, 3.4. Episode 6, 3.5. Guess what? Episode 7, 3.1. Episode 8, 3.
Drop.
So
But that aside, I think Liam did a good job, but it's like we said in the last episode, it just can't be him. He did a good job in his own rights, and I think he tried. He tried his very, very best.
yeah.
And kudos to shout out to Liam Hemsworth. It's not easy. He tried, but it's not just him. And
So
okay,
yeah, I'll give it to him. He did the best he could do
yes,
with the role,
considering
right?
the whole scenario and
He
everything.
made it his own. I'll put it like that. Because like we said, there was definitely not the wisher we knew, right? But he made it
Yes.
his own way. And personally, because I tried to watch it with an open mind, right?
Yes.
I knew all of the reviews were
Yeah, we're definitely
negative,
going to
right?
yeah.
And then also I had my own bias against it as well. from the previous season and how like it just basically went down the tank as we progressed
Can,
down
can,
the
can,
season.
can we talk about how Netflix could have made this work?
No, we'll get there. I'm going to get there, but to set up the stage. So the Wisher, I think at the end of it, we should just call it the Cirilla because Cirilla has always been the major focus.
Yeah.
And I don't have as much beef with it,
Mm-hmm.
but at least I think they fixed one of the issues I had with last season.
All right.
Last season, I think the Wisher did not have up to one third of the screen time in the whole TV series.
Okay.
But like in this season 4, we saw more of the Wisher, right?
Okay.
That was kind of good, right?
Yeah.
But to set it up, so like I was saying in the previous episode and our previous episode that there were a lot of factions,
Yes.
but all of their various like objectives.
Yeah, when we talked about fantasy and fantasy
Yeah. So
epic.
we have the wild hunts, right? The other spheres. So in the world of Wisher, when we have like what we call usually a different eight, it's one, eight, two, but they
Yeah.
are referred to as spheres
Yeah.
in the world of Wisher. So the wild hunts of the other spheres, they meet Cirilla, for our elder blood, whatever they want to do with that, power in the blood or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have the northern kingdoms that simply want Cirilla so that they can take over the throne in Sintra,
Yeah.
right? Because she's the sole surviving heir to the throne in Sintra.
Yes.
Right? They
Yeah.
have the Brotherhood of Sorcerers, right?
Yeah.
They want Cirilla because they are trying to avert the apocalyptic prophecy. So there was a prophecy a long time ago
Okay.
about they have was it quarter Elfan,
Yeah. Elvin blood.
Elven blood
Yeah.
that's going to come and destroy the world and all of that. They are afraid of that prophecy coming to pass.
Okay.
So they are trying to prevent that. And one of the people that was spearheading that are the Brotherhood was the character Stregobod.
Yeah.
Right? And then we have Francesca, who was the leader of the elves that wanted Cirilla to fulfill that prophecy. Because
Okay.
they had a different prophecy that someone with that elven elder blood is going to come that is going to restore the elves to their
Yeah.
position of power and
Glory
release them
and
from,
and the
release them
likes.
from subservience towards humans, right?
Yeah.
Because apparently the earth within which the Wisher story is being held was originally the elves. But then at the conjunction, humans came from their earth. So the earth of the elves and then those
Conquered
monsters
and
and they conquered the elves basically.
yeah.
So Francesca and the elves, they are
Elves.
trying to restore their glory basically. That's why they need Cirilla. And we have the Nilfgaard Emperor who we found out was like, Cirilla's father who wants to reconnect back with his daughter. But actually, it is much more than that. We realized in season 4, by the way, I don't know. It's not too late to say now, spoilers. If you've not watched season 4, I am going to spoil it. Right? So if you don't want it
So
spoiled,
so
not-
skip to like maybe 5 or 3 minutes later.
do not skip because for the next few minutes, I'm going to be spoiling the whole of the show. If you are here for the spoilers, thank you very much. God bless
Yes. Sit
I am
down
here
and
for you.
listen.
you. Right? So apparently, before I got into watching this season 4 of the Wisher, right, I was thinking, Emir the Emperor
Mhm.
just wanted Cirilla because
Daughter. Yes.
but no,
No.
wait a minute. Apparently, he wants to impregnate his daughter.
Sorry.
Yes, because apparently there's a prophecy that the child he's going to give birth to with Cirilla is going to sear his name in history and help him achieve some kind of larger unified empire. It's actually crazy. I'm like,
Very, very crazy.
you realize this is your daughter, right?
Right? Now that's disturbing.
Yeah, it's very disturbing. So that was one of the things that I found out from watching season 4. So that's that. We also have like the king, one of the king of the north, Vizime of Redania, who wanted Cirilla. So he pretended to work with the other kings of the north, but actually he wanted her personally for himself so that he could take over Sintra and overcome the other kings. And
Okay.
then working behind the scale of that was the spy master Dijkstra and the sorceress.
Yeah.
Right? The one that converted to
Yeah.
So so that there's that party, and then there was Vigafort, the
Yeah,
sorcerer.
Yeah.
He apparently just wants Siri for the power, right? And
It's all about the power.
yeah, it's all about the power. So those are the different factions that want Cirilla. So I think the show would have been best called Quest for Cirilla or Cirilla Conquest or something. Yeah, but anyways, so movie just I have a lot of things. I don't even know if time is going to let us cover this. Where do I start? Where do I start? So So one of the things that threw me off at the beginning was
Yeah.
I did not like the whole approach they were taking to. So it was like they came to the future and somebody was telling the story about the Wisher. And
Yeah,
when
yeah,
I
yeah,
first
yeah,
saw that, I
yeah,
was like,
yeah.
oh, okay, hope this is not going to hold for the rest of the season. But it's like I do not, I don't,
I
I
did not
don't
rock
like
with
that
it at
style
all.
of
Yeah,
storytelling.
yeah,
At all.
yeah.
Like, just put us in the story. You don't need to bring us back like this. What's the name of that Titanic or
Yeah,
something?
yeah, yeah, yeah,
This is
yeah.
not Titanic. Don't do that to us. Just tell us the
Tell
story,
us
right?
forward.
So I did not like that future narrative aspect of it, and it sort of threw me off. And then um they at the beginning of the season as well, they were trying to take us back to some of I guess why they had to put Liam
That
Hemsworth's
put
face
in order.
in those
Yeah,
scenes,
yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah,
So
yeah,
they
yeah.
took us back and then they sort of did some kind of revision of those scenes. And
Mm-hmm.
I guess I was kind of okay. I guess I was kind of okay.
Okay.
Then something that was very unsurprising to me that happened pretty early in the series was Dijkstra betraying Philippa.
Hmm.
I don't know, were you surprised at
I was not surprised,
all?
bro.
Because it was like he was always this selfish thoughts.
Yeah.
So it was kind of weird to see him working hand in hand with Philippa. They had their
This
relationship
clique
type,
of sorts.
partnership
Yeah.
thing that was going on, and then eventually,
I'm sure they both knew one person was going to betray the other at some point.
yeah. But at the same time, I think it was fair because after what happened in Northern season three, where they asked Jennifer to prove her worth,
Yes.
right, by killing Kaye.
Okay.
Kaye was the main general for the Northern Empire, for a mayor that he caught, and then Jennifer decided to release Kaye. After what happened, it would have been difficult to convince Northern King to work with him, right? So I think he thought about it and he had to just put his partner up. It was selfish of him, but at the same time, understand the motivations behind it, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, something else that
Okay. Before you align that, I just wanted to say, I think Netflix could have done a better job of introducing Liam Hemsworth as this season's current Witcher.
okay,
I think they could have done something, maybe conjured up a story or just introduced him in a better way than, okay, we know obviously that Henry wasn't going to be the Witcher going forward, but maybe there could have been a storyline in season three that would have maybe like he was cursed or maybe like he was conjured or something, that it did something to change his appearance. I would have, just made the entrance of Liam Hemsworth a little bit smoother.
thank you very much for that suggestion.
A little
I will answer you. I say I will answer you. In season three,
bit, yes.
after Vigafort dealt the Witcher so bad that he was close to the point of death and he had
Yes.
to go to Brokilon,
Yeah.
right, for healing. I think that was the perfect setup. The perfect setup to make us to create an explanation for Liam or the Witcher looking different. Guards of Rivia looking different in season four.
Yes.
He did not have to come out of Brokilon before the end of that season.
Hmm.
Because if they had kept him there, we would see him in season four, and then the explanation would be the waters of Brokilon, the process of healing him,
yes, because of the damage and
everything, the conjuring and everything they had to do
Yes.
changed his appearance.
Yeah.
It would have been a perfect explanation
It would
because
have
what
made
did he do after he
sense.
left Brooklyn? Okay, he had this last fight that was kind of anticlimactic, trying to go into Ghana, whatever. It's like that was not necessary.
Mm-hmm.
It was absolutely not necessary. But at the end of the day, I feel like if you you didn't go so far into the series, but
Yeah.
when you go far enough,
Yeah.
you tend to just ignore the fact that they didn't find a good explanation for it.
Okay, they just
Dove
dove
into it like that, right?
into
So
okay. Then
it's-
another thing. I don't know if you observed this, but from my little watch time,
yeah,
this was Liam Hemsworth's Witcher was a different kind of Witcher in the sense that he was extremely violent. Like did you see the episode in I think episode 3 where he was at the barnyard with those
yeah,
guys?
yeah. So
He meant it was extremely violent. This was
this
and I liked the fact that Liam actually he portrayed it very well. He did a
So
really good
one thing
job.
I'm going to give to them,
Yes.
right? With all the lapses in the story and whatever,
Yeah.
is they did not feign all the action sequences.
Yes, they did not.
The action sequences, the quality of the action sequences did
Did
not
not
drop
drop.
one bit.
Mhm.
Even from the first episode,
Mm.
that first fight when they fought with that narrative.
Yeah.
That was epic.
That looked like
I
a
was like,
spider.
okay, we are back, right? But I'll give that to them.
Yeah.
But something like you said just now,
Yes.
I think it was perfect. Even if they were still with Garrett of Graveyard,
Mm-hmm.
but what they had set up, him being desperate to look for his daughter,
Mm-hmm.
you had to make him more bitter.
Yes. And they executed
And
that flawlessly.
So when I watched that scene, I was like, okay, this is serious.
He is
for real.
out. He's out for blood.
He is out for blood, right? It was the best. It was the toughest action sequences I've seen in all of the Witcher from season 1 to season 4.
He really did not need to kill some of those guys, but he
He
did.
did not have to go that hard. Honestly, he did not have to go that hard.
He did.
Right? So
Did.
that was actually really,
Yeah,
really,
so-
really,
so-
really,
so-
really
so-
good, though.
So a plus to Netflix
Something that threw me off. We are going to talk about it. Netflix and introducing rainbow into everything. because it was
sorry, Rainbow. What? You know what we mean, right, guys?
if you don't know what rainbow is, LGBTQIAABCDFGHIJKLMNOPQRSTUWXYZ. Yeah, that's rainbow. Because it was not. I don't think it was
really
necessary.
Did not, it was.
to
Why?
force that whole
Narrative.
relationship arc on
Yes,
Cyrilla. Like
wasn't.
it's like, what are we doing here? Why must we always have rainbow in the Netflix?
Why?
Like why? Mind you, we already had one. The bad.
Yes.
Yeah, he's gay, right? And excuse me, how old is Cyrilla in this story?
I think 14, 15.
14, 15. Why are we doing this? Like, why are we doing this? It's already bad enough the
Unprecedented,
brutality that she, is exposed to, and she dates on others because of her training with the Witcher. It's like, do we really need to add that to sexual component?
It's so unnecessary.
So exhausting.
And actually connecting back to why we actually do not want Netflix to, get the rights to One Hour Bros. Like we said last episode and earlier, it's some unnecessary narratives in specific storylines that are not needed at all.
It's forced. It's
Exactly, it's
forced most of the
forced.
times, and that's
It's
not
forced.
something we want, right? So that was something that sort of threw me off initially while I was watching the first few episodes, right? And then something else that was epic. Something else that was epic was the towards the. And I know you've not seen this part, but I'm going
Yeah.
to introduce it anyway.
All right.
Eventually,
Yes.
when Jennifer
Yes.
had released, they sort of fought with bigger forts, and the fight was epic there as well.
Okay.
But something that was really epic for me that got me excited, I was like, yeah, was when after the fight with bigger forts, she teleported herself to Nilfgaard
Okay.
to find Ciri, because a lot of them, not both Jennifer and Misha, they are going to Nilfgaard, or they
Okay.
think that Ciri is in Nilfgaard,
Nilfgaard.
but Nilfgaard took Ciri to Nilfgaard.
Yeah.
But bigger forts played on the backside that none of them were aware of. So
Okay.
she went to Nilfgaard and she was just throwing everybody aside
Hmm.
with magic, and she got to a point and she was like, "Where is my daughter?" I'm like, yeah. It reminded me of another scene like that. Like Jennifer has the toughest lines in The Witcher, right?
Okay.
In season 3, where Francesca and the elves tried to attack them to capture Ciri,
Yeah.
and then Francesca, I think they got hold of Ciri already, and they were pulling Ciri away, and Jennifer was held up by 2 other elves that she was fighting, and then she looked and saw Ciri on the other side. She was like, "That's mine!" And she threw them off like the biggest spell you've ever seen. But like, she has the hardest lines, right? It's just
my precious.
like, thank you. Like, that was tough. That was so tough. I was like, yeah,
Go Jennifer.
go Jennifer. Y'all just need to see it. I think with all the issues I have with it, it's still something that if you go with an open mind, you could enjoy it in itself,
Yeah.
right? And
That's good to know. That's good to know. That's good to know. Despite the bad ratings and the the 4 points and three
Yeah.
points.
And so I had issues with um Lawrence Fishburne's character going into it because I saw the whole news about it being race swapped and all of that, and I was like, okay,
Yeah,
Netflix is up to Netflix things again,
that's another thing that they do.
right? But Lawrence Fishburne is a legend, right?
Yes.
Because I sort of fell in love with the character. The
Okay.
character still looks hideous. He is hideous, right? They could have done better makeup, but
Yes. Especially
he's
with his hair.
yeah, with his hair, the face, everything just looked hideous, honestly. But his line delivery was flawless.
Yeah.
He had this to his voice, like, okay,
Okay.
right? And then since I did not know the backstory of the witch and all that, I was so surprised eventually when they revealed that he's actually a vampire.
What?
He's a vampire. So it was so dope. And like, it not had this sort of ensemble cast that I sort of had an issue with, but at the same time, I was sort of loving it. So, it was
Yeah.
Wisha, then there were three dwarfs, then
Mm.
it was, Eva, the Asha
Mhm.
from Brooklyn, then, the Bard, and then
Yeah.
it was, Vampire. His name was Rishi, right? So
Yeah.
it was, it had this touch of family to it. I was like, okay, yeah, I kind of feel it. I kind of mess with it a little bit, right?
Yeah. So in case you don't know who Lawrence Fishburne is, he's actually the character who played Morpheus in the Matrix franchise, the movie franchise.
Yeah.
Just to get you, acclaimed
And if
with
you
him.
watch Blackish, he was the grandfather in Blackish.
Yes, as
Yeah.
well. Yeah.
Yeah. So that was cool. Something else that to touch on. Let's take this. Okay, last 2 points. Last
Okay,
point
last
on the
2
Witcher.
points.
There was an episode 5. Sorry, last.
Okay,
there
last
was-
3 points. No.
In episode 5, there was this scene, or this, not just a scene, a whole plot where they had to go through this swamp. That place was in mind. That is a curse word. It, it, it's, it was mind bending, right? It was this touch of scary, and so basically the
Mhm.
swamp was sort of alive,
Okay.
and there were ghosts in the swamp that was messing with them.
Okay.
But the only person that could hear the ghost was Geralt of Rivia.
Yeah.
The rest of them, you just turn like this, and one of them had disappeared. Just take them. It was that whole sequence
was
actually
airy.
dope. It was airy. Like,
Yeah.
I enjoyed that experience, right? And
Yeah.
then him hallucinating, seeing Yennefer and Ciri, and
Oh, he too got affected.
yeah, it got affected. I was having goosebumps, right? That was epic. Second point, before I move on from the Wisher.
So you
there was-
combine your second and third point together.
I am not combining this one. I need to go into it.
All
So
right.
when they started developing this, or exploring this act of like Wisher, like family and all of that,
Yeah.
each of them started telling their story. Oh, one last person that joined the Wisher family was Kaye,
Okay.
right? Apparently, he has turned to the side now. He has realized that he's listening to help Syria and all of that, right?
Mm.
So each one of them were going through their story, what happened, how they got to where they were, and whatever.
Yeah.
And when it got to the turn of the bad, they turned it to this whole musical this that I really did not mess with. It was not necessary. It felt like I was watching La La Land or
Yes.
something. Like, no, or the Greatest Showman. No, don't do that. I get the part of when you're going to your wisher. Yeah, I get that part. Because walking through the story like a musical, or went to the party.
Yeah.
Please.
Just
It's watered down the
Yeah.
seriousness of the whole issue. I really did not enjoy that part. I was like, can this end already, please? Right? So that's the second point. The third point. This is going to be a spoiler for the last episode, right? So in the last episode, they finally decided to go to this place where there are some food that could help them track Siri, because apparently they all realized that Siri is not in Nilfgaard,
Yeah.
and nobody knows where Siri is, right?
Mhm.
So they had to still go into Nilfgaard to get there, and then there was one of these Queen of the North, this particular kingdom that was infiltrating Nilfgaard, and they had this bridge that was held down and whatever, and they got to that bridge and they tried to Nilfgaard attacked the bridge and was trying to take over the bridge, and with the help of the Wisha and Kaye,
Yeah.
the Northern Kingdom, I think it's Kingdom of Lyra and Rivia,
Yeah.
they were able to hold down that bridge.
Geralt of Rivia.
Yeah, Geralt of Rivia, right? So eventually the queen pulled up. I was like, oh, who are you? what can I do for you? And
Da, da, da,
whatever. Yeah.
da.
So she decided that, oh, she was going to make him one of his knights. Tell me why this queen in her, should I call it coronation now for the night, was now making the wishers swear 100% loyalty to her forever and ever. Amen. Like,
100% fealty to
guilty
me.
to me. Like, see, thank you very much. I appreciate the title. Now I'm in night. Sir Geralt of Rivia. By the way, there was this long game for Geralt of Rivia that he wanted to use that I actually thought was so funny, but eventually he did not use it because of, that someone told him that it was shit.
Okay.
Um,
Who
I'm
told him it
looking for
was
it.
shit?
Yeah. Geralt, Roger Eric Duhot Pelagard.
Drew
Whoa.
Belagard.
Like, whoa. That name was heavy. Geralt,
heavy.
Roger Eric Duhot Pelagard. So, yeah,
Kind of on the nose.
yeah, kind of on the nose, right? So, I, even Geralt was surprised at that point. Like,
Yeah.
I did not swell fitty to you. I helped you.
He shock him too.
You decided to reward me with night. Tell me why you're not saying,
Why
oh,
is this inside
I
my speech?
owe my life to you forever and ever. I do not. I do not. I mean, come on.
Come on. I already
So,
I already did a good thing.
yeah.
Just allows it. Allows it, please.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's
No, no, no,
I'm,
no,
I'm,
no,
go-
no.
I'm going to throw it as a question to you
Okay.
anyways. Although since you've not seen all of it yet, I don't think you might actually be equipped enough to answer. But there were two major deaths from characters that we know. Right? So the question I had set was, which one of them was more touching for you? But you've probably not seen them on screen. So there was Istrid and there was Vesemir. So
Okay.
Istrid was the first guy at Aretusa that Yennefer dated. That mage that story and all of that, yeah. And then Vesemir is the
Mentor.
Garrett of Rivia, right? So I wanted to ask you which one of those deaths is touching, but I'm guessing you've not seen them on screen yet. So from your ignorance, which would you guess would affect you the most, or which do you think is more has more gravitas to it?
Well, do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to drop from the series as a live action series, and I'm going to drop from the animation as well. And my pick will be Vesemir
Yeah.
because the connection he had with Geralt, Rivia, it's really strong. Then it would hurt me more because when I watched the animation,
Yeah.
him coming back to his senses because he made some questionable decisions in the animation that led back to the Witchers almost getting
Going
extinct.
extinct. Yeah.
Getting extinct. So I'm going to drop from that. I'm going to say Basemir's death would hurt me more in that sense because I think it would be hard for him to have witnessed his mentor fall, basically. So I would go with Basemir.
Well, he did not witness his mental fall. This is why you should watch the series before you come to review the series. I think you are seeing.
I remember I said I'm talking from the animation.
I think you are seeing. Oh yeah, I think I'll agree with you.
Okay.
I agree with you. One thing I also respected about the whole Vesemir's death was you know how Gigaforts basically
First of all, who killed him?
Gigaforts.
Of course.
Yeah. But you know how Gigaforts
Did he go out fighting?
went out fighting. And that's what I'm
Getting
getting to.
Okay.
You know the way Gigaforts basically trashed Geralt of Rivia in the end, towards the end of season 3, where it was not a fight. It was discipline.
It was a beat.
It was beats.
There's no between fight and beat.
It was there was no fight here. And of course, I have my issues with that as well because I'm like, how did Geralt of Rivia choose not to use any of his mutation? Those you searching.
Yeah.
You are fighting someone that is this bad, and you are trying to use your clear eye. Why would you be using your clear eye? Why would you be using your clear eye? But that aside, he did not have it that easy with Vesemir. As a matter of fact, Vesemir actually stabbed him. Right? But the guy being magic and all, he thought his staff was normal. Eventually, another spear came out from the end of his staff. Like, that was something Vesemir could have not predicted, and that's how it was Vesemir.
Yeah.
So, if take that aside, basically actually won that fight. It was actually dope. And like it showed like almost like exactly the power rating, the levels in the fight. Because
Yeah.
so far in the series, it's like okay, Musha was like the peak when it comes to like fighters, particularly Geralt of Rivia. We can
Mhm.
assume that Geralt of Rivia is the peak, and then those other wishers that are sort of like
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
under
yeah.
him, and then after the fight that happened in season 3, we would say okay, we put Vigafort above, Geralt of Rivia.
Rivia
But it's not made with this fight that happened between Vigafort
and
and
Vesemir.
Vesemir, which was so interesting. Like you need to see that action sequence as well. It was like chef kiss, right? With that fight that happened, I
Five
realized that
stars.
okay, yeah, it makes sense that Vesemir is mentor
To
Geralt
Geralt,
of
yeah,
Rivia.
to Geralt.
It
Yeah.
makes sense that this is who trained Geralt because he was so much better.
Hmm.
He was so much better. He got Vigafort. I mean, he got him good,
Hmm.
right? So, yeah, I think the death of Vesemir was more
Yes.
touching for me.
Yeah.
The history death was still relevant to the story because he was one that basically. So, one thing that we found out really quickly in season 4 was Vigafort captured all of my co-host is yawning here. It's quite unfortunate. Vigafort captured all of portal magic basically. So only
Yeah.
him and his own mages could portal,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
But he did that with the help of history, manipulating history,
Okay.
right? So history had to sacrifice himself to shut down that, should I call it, hostage on the portal magic,
Okay.
right? And that was what basically helped Jennifer and her sisterhood survive.
Sisterhood.
Yeah. I think I kind of messed with that a little bit. So
Yeah, I liked how she gathered them.
in the previous season it has been the Brotherhood of Aretusa, right?
Yeah.
And it was basically like men running things, and a few women like Tia was on the, like on the board and
Yeah,
all of
yeah,
that.
yeah,
But they've sort of messed things up now. Like um, Jennifer was like, our main power now is sisterhood. I was like, okay,
No
I messed with
problem.
that.
No
I messed with that.
problem. It's
That
all
was
cool.
kind of tight. That was kind of
Yeah,
tight,
yeah.
right? Give me a little bit of goosebumps. So, but they were this close to dying, right? Like Biggerfoot was basically alive, right? And history was just able to destroy that blockade on the portals
Portals.
early enough for them to escape,
Hmm.
right? Because they
They were
were
getting roasted.
two of them fell down and died. They were getting roasted already, right? Yeah, I think that was kind of touching as well.
Yeah. No, kind of a sacrificial lamb kind
Yeah,
of.
it was dope. It was dope to see,
All
right?
right.
Uh,
Any
no,
any 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 other points, Honga? Honga, any other points?
one of my major disappointments this season.
Yes. Okay. Disappointments now. Okay.
The whole point, at least from my experience, from
Yeah.
my point of view, is Gareth trying to, take care of his child of surprise and everything.
Yeah.
But for the whole of season 4, Gareth and Siri did not meet. I did not like that.
Okay.
I did not mess with that. It was quite disappointing. And that was one thing I was worried about from the beginning of the episode. My notes, I was like, okay, I see what they are doing. So Siri is on that side of the world with the rat, and then Gareth on that side of the world going to look for Siri.
Yeah.
How long is this going to take? I need them back together like ASAP.
ASAP.
You understand? So that was kind of disappointing.
Okay.
Another disappointment I have before I move on from this.
You
So,
know.
Yeah, this I promise. This is the last point. This is the last point. So there is this badass assassin that they sent after Siri,
Okay.
right? Apparently there is trouble in paradise in Givgad. Some of Emir's advisors do not like him being in power.
Okay.
So they are trying to undermine him. So one of the main, I don't know their names right now, but one of the main guys sent this assassin called Leo Bonham
Okay.
to after Siri because he got news from his spies that Siri or someone that matches the of Siri is with the rat.
Oh,
And
okay.
then they, of course, in Nivgard, hired top ranking officers like this advisor, and I think all I call him is Sosha. I don't realize that who Gigaford brought for them is not actually Siri,
Yes.
right? But they were keeping it secret so that
Yeah.
but they actually did not want Siri. But the other
The people that want to
trying to
undermine.
undermine
Yeah,
him,
yeah,
they
yeah.
actually did not want Siri to come.
Come.
So
Okay.
he sent this assassin, and this guy is badass.
Hmm.
To give you a scale of how badass he is, he connects the chains of vision Not every wisher has like a shape.
Yes.
If you look at his neck, he just tied them like
He
chain of rings.
plenty.
He's plenty.
He
He's
plenty.
connecting them. It's actually crazy. And to actually give us perspective, he actually killed one wisher. Too easy.
Too easy.
Too easy. But I think it was
Over
over
easy.
exaggerated. Right? Come on, this person is a wisher. Don't do that. This person kills beasts for a
For a
living.
living.
Right? But
Just bro just got cooked like that.
death. Straight up. So he eventually finds the rat.
Yeah.
But before he found the rat, Siri had separated from the rat because she realized that the rat actually worked for Emir, right? And Emir was the king that killed his grandmother and whatever. And he was like,
I can't do this. I
get
can't
out
be
of
in
here,
this
right?
space.
I can't be in this place, right? So she went away. But then she met someone on the road that gave them information that Leoborn had was looking for them and told them where to find Leoborn had. And then she basically tortured him. And he opened up to her and said that it was actually a trap. That Leoborn had was waiting for them to get there. So she decided to go back and save her new family, the rat, whatever, blah blah blah. And then the rats met up with Leoborn had basically
Like them.
wiped the ground with all of them. Like it was too easy. It was too easy. He was playing with
They were never going to stand a
They
chance.
never stood a chance, right? He was playing with it. And then Siri came up. Now this is my point of disappointment. At that point, I was expecting Siri to shout that guy out of it. Tell me why Siri is running and she's bringing out sword to fight with him like she's Misha or something. Like, see, the scene of her friends up until recently dying, like with their guts out was traumatic enough for me to like at least see her scream,
Do something.
do something. We've not seen her scream since probably season 2. So when I saw that, I was like, oh yeah, bye bye Leoborn Heart. Yeah. She decided to fight with her hand. Okay, let's say you decide, okay, let's say you started there. When you realize that it was one up you, beat you waiting not good. She still did not shout. She let this man beat her up and tie up her. I don't know how they are going to. They ended with that scene on this season, right? But I don't know how they are going to redeem that. Honestly, it's like it was a mess up from my perspective. So this has brought me to the end of my.
Hope you have not been confused, but you have been convinced. Otherwise, you go and watch The
Yeah.
Witcher season 4 regardless of
Yeah.
it
I
being
think,
Liam Hemsworth as our new character of Rivia.
I think it was still good and entertaining.
Yeah.
Yeah, one last thing.
Yeah.
So there was this scene that they made a lot of memes about in the trailer
Yes.
where Geralt of Rivia was like, let's fucking go.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh
Because he did not have as much-
yeah. I saw that.
Yeah, because he did not have as much baritone and
Yeah,
bars
yeah,
and gravitas as like
Said he was sounding like a cat.
I promise you need to watch that scene in the movie.
Real
It's
time.
epic. It's epic. It's actually epic. It's got me screaming like, yeah, let's go.
Let's actually go.
Let's actually go. So
What he said.
that was actually that scene was not as bad
Bad
as it was
as,
out of context.
the keepers made it.
Yeah,
be like,
In context, of course, it did not have as much gravitas as if Gareth have it.
Geralt of Rivia. Yeah.
As Henry Cavill
Yeah, I said it.
would have said it, but
Yeah.
the setup around it was the part of the bridge where like the Nilfgaard army was coming to attack those
Yeah.
and it was like let's say 1 to 3. So for every northern army that was on that, there were
Yeah.
like 3 Nilfgaard soldiers running towards them. And Misha was like, let's fucking move. Like, yeah.
With his broken leg and all. Did that leg ever get healed properly?
It got better towards the end of the
Okay.
season. Our vampire
Yeah,
was
yeah,
actually
yeah.
the healer of
Yeah.
sorts.
It was
So
so he
he
gave
was
him a
helping-
little. Yeah.
was helping manage it.
Yeah.
As they were going on their journey. So yeah.
All right. Anyways, moving on. Has anybody heard about Marvel animation? We're going to be tackling that now. now because they've done so much good work,
Yeah, yeah.
with the series and what they've put out. We have Eyes of Wakanda, we have Zombies as well, Marvel
Marvel
Zombies.
Zombies.
Yeah.
Yeah. So those are the two shows that really recently dropped,
Yes.
right? I think one dropped July, the other one dropped September or something like
Then
that.
the Friendly Neighbor,
Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man was
Spider-Man. Yeah,
much
yeah, yeah,
earlier.
yeah.
But we both sat down to watch Marvel Zombies, Eyes
Eyes
of
of
Wakanda
Wakanda.
recently, and it was quite a ride. I don't know why don't you tell us your first of all, because I have a lot to say again. It's plenty. But
It's
let's start with Eyes of Wakanda.
okay,
Let's I
okay.
don't you still remember what happened. Like,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think
yeah, yeah.
we should attack episode by episode for Eyes of Wakanda.
Okay,
So episode one, let me set it up.
okay.
Episode one was the intro, they introduced us to
The War
the war
Dogs.
dogs,
Yes.
right? And there was this character called Nomi.
Yeah.
Was it Noni?
Noni, I think it's Noni. Not Noni. The female
Noni,
character
yes, it
now.
was Noni, yeah.
Yeah,
It was Noni. So they introduced us to Noni
yeah.
and how she was like
It's
she was first a Dora
Milaje.
Milaje that was what they call it now?
She did not complete.
She was driven out of
Yes,
out of the force basically
because she could not work with the team.
because of her strong head.
A strong head.
A strong head like Jude, right? So
Yeah,
she was
yeah, yeah.
recruited for a mission. So
Yes.
tell us what you thought about that mission
Okay.
and you're waiting for that particular episode.
Oh,
Let's have
okay,
it.
okay. I think it was a really good episode, a solid start and introduction to the War Dogs and the Eyes of Wakanda, how they set it up with you know specific warriors being selected to go and retrieve. You know how Wakanda is about their tech and everything. So
Yeah.
so they pick out specific warriors to go retrieve those artifacts that are
Yeah.
in the outside world so it doesn't fall into the wrong hands. And I think the first episode actually did a good job of introducing them and setting up that the first person to actually even take out of Wakanda to go and establish his own, of which Wisdom had a problem with his own
It's so unoriginal. You
unoriginal,
came from a place where like they describe the leader as Panther.
the Black Panther,
You decided to run away and then you call yourself lion.
the lion. Come on,
There are multiple animals. Pick something original. There's octopus.
there's hippo.
There
Come
is
on,
hippo. There is bear. There
there are other
are
animals.
other animals.
Leave the Leo family alone.
Like, come on, it was quite unoriginal. But what will you
Yeah.
rate episode 1 out of 10?
Out of 10, 6 out of 10. 6 out of 10.
Yeah,
That
that's
was
what I
solid.
reckon as well.
It's a solid intro.
Yeah,
Solid
6 out
intro.
of 10.
6 out of 10. Yeah.
The,
Yeah.
the only issue I sort of had with episode 1 was the part where they were trying to Americanize the history of like Wakanda and make it look like the sort of like they're making it watch like CIA agent that go to civilize a nation
Yeah,
for
yeah,
their
yeah,
own
yeah,
benefits and
yeah,
whatever. Like it's like okay, that was a bit too far,
Mm-hmm.
right? I don't like that narrative they were trying to
Yeah.
insinuate on the background, but
Okay.
yeah, I think it was dope. I think the fight because of course we had a lot of 1v1s in
Yes.
Eyes of Wakanda, and I
Yeah.
think we are going to rate them. So there is from episode 1 there is Noni versus the Lion.
Okay.
From episode 2 there is
Before we go forward, I think the animation type and style that was used in of Wakanda was really, really unique.
yeah, it was beautiful,
It was
was-
giving this. I don't really know how to say it, but this
pleasant to the eyes.
yes, it was giving this gamified but yet animated style, and it was really,
Yeah, it was
really,
beautiful
really
to
nice.
see.
I like that touch. I like that. I like the fact that Marvel has really, tweaked their animations.
Yeah, they've not. I would say they've not missed with the animations except for What If, right?
Yeah.
So, X-Men 97 was dope. It was epic.
Yeah.
Telling about Spider-Man I watched earlier this year was actually very entertaining.
Mhm.
I was almost thinking going into watching it that okay, this is sort of exhausting because how many Spider-Man stories have we had
Have
in
we
the past
had?
like 2 decades
Yeah.
since I was born? So there's the Maguire Spider-Man,
Yeah,
there's
Andrew.
Amazing Spider-Man,
Yeah.
there is Tom Holland Spider-Man,
Yes.
there is Into the Spider-Verse,
Yes.
there is the spectacular Spider-Man cartoons
Spider-Man.
that came.
Yeah,
So
came
I was
out.
like, okay, friendly Spider-Man. Okay, let's see.
But
Right.
it was unique. The Star Wars. I give my heart to Marvel. They've really done a good job with the animations.
So yeah, I going back to the 1v1 like I was talking
Yeah,
about,
yeah.
we had a couple of 1v1s each of the episodes. That
Okay.
I think I want us to rate that separately. As well. So there was Noni versus Lion in episode one.
Okay.
There was Bakai going against Achilles
Hmm.
in episode two.
Yeah.
And there was in episode three, what was Bashai versus Jorani. Jorani was the Iron Fist of the time.
Yeah.
That
He didn't clock it initially.
yeah, it took me some time. I was like,
didn't clock it
okay, what is
initially.
this?
And I was like, this is Iron Fist. Now come off. This is Iron Fist.
Right? And then in episode four, we had two fights, I guess. It was not exactly 1v1 because one of them was Kuda and Safari
Yeah.
versus the future Wakandan Queen.
Yeah.
I came back to the past to do
Yeah.
short time.
Yeah, the
And then
timeline stuff.
there was another fight in the future where it was the future Wakandan Queen with Dora Milaje versus the Horde, the aliens that attacked X.
Yeah.
right? So let's keep that aside first. Talk about episode two. How we did episode two. The episode with Achilles.
Achilles.
and Bakai.
I enjoyed it. I think it was a really good take, bringing in mythology.
I think
of
I think
Achilles.
them, incorporating actual history into the story was actually beautiful.
dope.
Made it more entertaining to
Yes,
watch, right?
actually
And then
dope.
something that stood out to me in episode two, what I started realizing was the innovation of Wakandan technology was actually crazy. Because the tech they had back then, because episode two was set in was it in, I'm forgetting the time frame, but the time of Achilles.
Yes. When the Greeks were still very much, trying to conquer Troy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And okay, so episode three was set in the 1400s.
Yes.
So episode two was definitely before the 1400s. And in that episode two, where they were definitely trying to conquer Troy and all of that, they had what we call like a Morse code telecommunication device that Bakai was using to communicate back
as
with
far
Wakanda.
back
As far back as I'm like, damn.
Wakanda
Like,
be spitting for a very, very long time.
They've been killing it for like forever. So I was like, okay, I am impressed by the innovation that Wakanda had. They actually developed faster than every other civilization out
Yes.
there. And that story went to show that.
Yeah.
Right?
I think I like the storyline that they went with Achilles because
Okay. Yeah.
Bakai. Yeah, it showed this kind of betrayal, kind of friendship from your friend. It's like when you catch somebody red-handed, but it was actually not the case. But you've caught the person red-handed, and the person can't dispute it.
Yeah, it was quite touching.
And the person can't explain or tell you his reason. So it just made it really, really, really hard for him.
Yeah,
and I loved the defeating part of Achilles, which was Achilles' heel. It was so dope. Because it was so dope that they did that.
When the fight started, I was like, okay, this is where they're definitely going to go to, right? Achilles heel. It's cliche, but they are going to pull that and so that
was dope. So I'll rate that fight. And I'm
rate the whole episode.
The whole episode. I'll give it 6.5. Just based on the fact that we had a stronger storyline with
yeah, with the incorporation of history, actual history.
I think from just to get to, I think it's actually
so
yeah.
For me, I'll give it a 7.
A 7.
It's a 7.
7
What about episode 3?
Episode 3. If I'm to rate episode 3, I think I'll do episode 3. I'll give it a 6. I'll give it a 6 as well. I don't think it was any better than the introductory episode. But it was solid. It was solid.
Yeah.
I liked the introduction of Iron Fist. I loved the comedy.
Yeah.
The comedy
was
is
nice.
Really
why I'm making
it. Okay. The comedy was
it's
nice.
a 7 in my book because
there were some parts that I was just like, just do the right thing. Why are you talking so much?
Yeah. And again, episode 3 went to like
yes, I loved
they
it.
had
flying
sort
plane.
of like airplane, like
Yeah.
in the 1400s.
In the 1400s.
Like, come on. This is what people were messing with in the 1400s.
Yeah.
So that was the first one. Then the last episode 4.
7. The 7. The 7 over 10. So I loved it. Initially, to me, it started off on a low.
Yeah, it started off low. It started off sort of boring.
Yeah. But it picked up. And as soon as it picked up, and so in short, I'm changing my rating. I'm sorry, I'm changing my rating. I just remembered something crazy.
I,
It's an 8
it's,
over 10.
thank you very
It's an
much.
8 over 10.
A proper
I
eight.
just remembered
A
something
very good
crazy.
eight. A heavy
A
eight.
heavy,
Strong
a
eight.
strong, solid one. I just remembered something.
Yeah.
Do you know that from Eyes of Wakanda now, we had a full circle to Killmonger in Black Panther Part 2?
Yeah. Yeah. It was crazy. It was
dope.
crazy. It was crazy. So
Realizing that.
so let me set it up. So
Mm.
the artifact that Kuda and Safari was sent to get was an axe.
Yes.
Part of vibranium. And so on their way back to Wakanda,
Yeah.
they were accosted, for lack of a better word, by someone from the future that claimed to be the future queen of Wakanda and told
and the
them
Black
that
Panther, the future Black Panther.
yeah, and told them that they had to return the artifact back to where they got it.
Yes.
Because in the future, aliens apparently attacked Earth, and for whatever reason, Wakanda refused to help the rest of Earth
Yes.
to fight off the aliens.
Yeah.
And the rest of Earth did not have the technology to fight off the aliens.
Aliens.
So they were defeated. And eventually, the aliens came to face Wakanda. But Wakanda did not have enough people to fight off the aliens. So even with their tech, they were basically defeated.
Yes. They were
Right?
defeated.
So they were at the point of elimination before they went back in time and decided to. So they developed some sort of. She herself.
Yes.
So I guess she's a Shuri-like type of character.
Based on who she be.
Yeah. She developed a kind of quantum machine that they used to go and evaluate time and
the different timelines, and I found out which one had
not different timelines, but different points in history.
Sorry, different points in history. Yes, thank you very much.
To evaluate what they could have changed to avoid that future from coming.
Yeah.
Right. And they realized that if they had to take back that axe back to that so that a future forgotten son of Wakanda would find that axe and bring it back to Wakanda and lead to Wakanda opening up its door to the rest of the world.
Yes.
Right. That future son of forgotten son of Wakanda
is Killmonger.
That axe was the axe they got from the museum at the beginning of Black Panther, the first movie.
The first movie.
When it clicked in my head, the connection, I was screaming.
Like,
crazy. Yeah.
So what we had Chadwick Boseman, Boseman doing in Black Panther 2 was
set up basically by
this event in Eyes of Wakanda.
So that connection was dope. That's why.
And another thing that is actually very cool is that it actually sets up another precedent in the Marvel action series, or rather live action, where we can see those aliens actually coming back to wage war against Earth.
I doubt we're going to see this because it was set so far in the future, 500 years from from 1896. 500 from 1896 to 2300.
But there is a possibility that that might come.
Very, very slim. I doubt that.
True though.
I doubt that.
Then another thing that was actually quite crazy about that episode was the fact that, remember that we said earlier that the war dogs are supposed to return or retrieve any Wakandan artifacts and return it back to Wakanda. So it was actually a kind of hopeful gesture by the agents of not knowing what they were doing was going to actually line up.
I wrote that.
It was a kind of hard decision because someone just comes and tell you, your order is like you are doing the right thing, but someone is telling you that you should do the wrong thing to preserve the future. So it was quite of a dilemma.
So I thought about it like this, like it was a question I had to ask. This is kind of a lesson from the show, like making sacrifices that you never get recognized for.
Exactly.
Right? Because they had to return that axe.
Yeah.
That was a sacrifice. And then they have to come back to tell like the king that sent them that they did not get the axe back, and going through all of that, knowing that okay, you did something to sort of secure the future of Wakanda and never get that. So something worth thinking about.
I think that was major, and I think that's why the episode is actually an 8 over 10. It was
actually quite inspiring.
Yes.
Fighting for a future you never
get to see. Exactly. That's
for the greater good.
Yeah, for the greater good, bro.
Now, which of those 1v1s was the best? Is it the one from the episode 1?
No, episode 4.
Lion,
Aliens versus Black Panther. The aliens versus Black Panther. That was when you see Wakanda and Drew Milaje. Come on. They pulled up. They pulled up, bro. The aliens were like they're way bigger than them, and they pulled up. Come on, the sequence there was crazy.
I think I'd go with Bakai versus the moves in that's 1v1
I,
was
I,
epic.
I can see your point because it was more close contact.
More close contact
Yeah,
was
close contact
epic.
combat.
The ones was epic.
The German suplexes.
Yo, right? And then if I should pick the next one after that, I'll say it's Basha versus Urani.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
In all of the other, in, I think the first two fights that preceded episode 3 where we had Basha versus Urani,
Yeah.
the Wakanda Nation, right?
Yeah.
It was actually good to see that they did not undermine Iron Fist and
Yes.
make
Oh
Bakai
yeah,
win
yeah,
that
yeah,
fight
yeah, yeah,
because
yeah, yeah,
the
yeah.
Iron Fist should be one of the most skilled hand-to-hand combat
Yes.
in the MCU
Yes. In the
at
MCU.
any time
Yes.
timeline, right? They initially have to fight a dragon to get the power behind
Yes.
his hand. No sword,
No sword.
no gun, no knife,
Hand.
right? So
Come on. Bare hands.
yeah, so that was Eyes of Wakanda. Now let's go to Marvel Zombies.
God.
Marvel
God.
Zombies had us
Oh my
screaming.
God.
Marvel Zombies had us screaming. If you were there, you would thought we're mentally we're mentally deranged.
We're disturbing the whole area.
Yeah,
It was tough. It was, and I think the ending. I wanted the ending to be like that. Although Wisdom doesn't agree. Wisdom doesn't agree with the
no,
ending.
let's not jump buckets. Let's start slowly. Because- let's set it up. So Marvel Zombies was a continuation of the episode of What If,
Yes.
episode
Yes,
1,
please. Yes, please.
season 1, episode 5.
Yes, if you want to watch Marvel Zombies, you have to first go back to What If and see those episodes so you can make sense.
Yeah, it's just one episode with the apocalypse and something like that.
Yeah,
Right?
do you know the particular episode?
Yeah, season 1, episode 5.
Okay, this is one episode 5 of What If. So go watch that before you come watch Marvel Zombies.
Okay.
Yeah.
Share your thoughts. What are you? I have many, but let's let you start.
No. I want to actually take this one.
I said you start.
Oh, guys, I should start first. Start first on this one. I want to take this one away.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I season 1 started slow. I mean, episode 1 started slow, but it was
Yes.
good. I like the whole setup of I saw what they were trying to do to set up the future of our own MCU main timeline. With the major focus of the characters being Miss Marvel, Ironheart,
Yes. We have Blade.
no,
Okay,
first
the
three
first
first
three
ladies.
characters. And Hawkeye. What's her name? The new Hawkeye. Wow.
Sha,
It is time you play the character.
Yeah.
I know the actress's name. I'm finding out
the purple Hawkeye.
the purple Hawkeye. Why?
The female
The
Hawkeye.
female Hawkeye. Why am I
Let's set up like that, right? So I think I saw what they're trying to do, try to set up like the against that young Avengers project and all of that, right? But so let's jump over to like the main things that main points for me. First of all, let's talk about Blade and his craft.
God. Blade Knight.
Blade Knights.
Don't
Bro.
stop playing, bro.
Bro was Aura Family so hard.
From the very first time he came into the scene to the end.
Tell me why they were falling from space and everybody was screaming and bro was just
what was giving a pose.
that was posing for the camera.
Literally.
Right? And then those guys were trying to escape from those zombies.
Yeah.
And the guy was like, Doc.
And the way he took out zombie ghost. Bro. That sword walk.
That was epic. That was actually epic. So it was actually dope to see.
We need to see a
Blade
live
on
action
screen.
Blade, please, Marvel. It's high
Actually
time.
dope to see Blade on screen.
We need to. Yeah.
Right? And then I also love how they started sprinkling more.
Kate
humor.
Bishop.
Yeah, Kate Bishop. Thank you very much.
Kate Bishop.
Kate Bishop. That's her name.
That's her
Female
name.
Hawkeye. Kate Bishop. Right? I also love how they started sprinkling. I love the aura of like I said aura.
Yeah.
Like the joke where Scott Lang made, yeah, when it was like
Yeah.
really, yeah, wearing a white suit in the zombie apocalypse. Like, can you be more
Ni-
conspicuous? Like,
really nice
really?
choice of where.
Yeah. And then also when they were falling down from the sky,
Yeah.
and Vaker was like, would this count as dying in
Dying.
battle?
That
It's
was
like,
the humor was so on the nose that you can't miss
it's like we are about to die, but
I just want to know.
I just want to know so that I can know when I'm going to Valhalla. Like, would this count?
with this count. Just with this
I don't know
count.
whether to survive or something. So yeah,
That was the humor was really good.
should we talk about it?
Well, okay. First of all, before we talk about the Nova Corps, the Nova Corps is supposed to be like what the Green Lantern Corps is for Marvel. That's just let's just have it down. Then the Nova Corps, I think, although it was a hard
Get to your
decision.
point. Get to your point.
It was a hard decision. I agree with them in the grand scheme of things. I agree
Screw
with
the
them.
Nova Corps. Thank you very much. Screw them.
No.
I get what you're trying to do, but it's like screw you. Screw you.
I can argue for both. I can argue, but you can't affect the whole universe now. Come on, the whole universe, the whole galaxy, everybody know now. Must everybody collect?
Do something to help. Don't imprison the people. Do something to help.
What if they are helping leads to an
But they did not help.
escalation?
That
Well, you said they should try. What if they are trying not to help was helping?
it was it does not help anybody on earth. If that was your earth, would you be happy?
I will not be happy.
Thank you very much. Screw
Let
the
me be.
Nova Corps.
Screw the Nova
That was messed up. That was very, very messed up. And okay, see, we are allowed them to go down there. Why do you have to shoot them down? It was messed up.
for emphasis. And and can we talk about Captain Marvel versus Ikris?
What is there to talk about?
5 years, bro. 5
That's
years of fighting non-stop.
that's crazy. That's crazy. But speaking about Captain Marvel, there are some things I really don't
Yes, so
understand
yeah,
about this
I
universe.
think
Like,
this is a good introduction into it.
who infected Captain Marvel?
Who bites him?
How did you come close enough to bite Captain Marvel? Who
Who
you?
bites him?
How did
Which
it
of the
happen?
zombies Peter?
It makes no sense. Like, there are three major characters I had an issue with
Getting
getting
infected?
infected. Oh, but there are three major characters I did not expect to have been able to get infected. One of them is Captain Marvel. The other one was Hawk. Granted, Hawk was never infected.
Yeah.
That was beautiful.
Yeah.
Right? The other was
Was Thor Odinson. I was not happy
let's
about
keep
that.
Thor aside. Let's
Okay.
talk about with Hawk. If Hawk could not be affected, how was Abomination infected? They have the same power base,
Well, you could say
same radiation.
well, you could say it's kind of since it's not it's a watered down version in a sense because he got his power from the blood of Bruce Banner, like he synthesized it basically.
So anybody that received blood transfusion is receiving watered down version of blood. No, nah. No, no, explain.
I'm trying to make a case why I would actually
Explain.
you
It's
know,
I didn't really it didn't make a lot of sense to me. But putting that aside, let's come back to Captain Marvel. How did you infect Captain Marvel? How did you touch her? How did you
how
bite
do
her?
you fight her actually?
Right? Right? And then the whole Thor thing too, Thor getting infected, it was
Nah, it didn't make sense though. Because the Asgardians are really durable, especially the top ones like Odin. We have Thor, we have Loki. They are very, very durable. It would have made sense if Scarlet Witch actually controlled his mind.
yeah.
Because two things. There were two particular characters that were on Demon Time in Marvel Zombies. One was Scarlet Witch and the other person was Thor.
Scarlet Witch was in Demon Time.
What we saw
She
in
Multiverse of Madness.
Multiverse of Madness wasn't it.
Like
She was basically controlling like the whole planet.
the population of the whole Earth. It was
She literally was controlling Namor.
she was controlling Namor. She was
Controlling whole land.
she was controlling the land and sea and air. Wherever you are not safe. You're not sorry, you are not
You
safe.
are not safe. She's coming for you and she's taking you down.
But speaking about Thor again, I have an issue with something that happened. So
Yeah.
because first of all, Thor was not supposed to survive long enough after what happened in Wakanda. Thor surviving Wakanda to me was a very heavy plot armor.
Eh,
It was a very heavy plot armor.
eh,
That explosion. See, how did he survive the explosion of Infinity Stones?
eh.
The Infinity Stones.
Well, you know, we're talking about someone who took the power of a neutron star.
Neutron star is not an Infinity Stone.
Combined power of the Infinity
Co-
Stones.
See, it's not. See, even just one Infinity Stone, a neutron star is not an Infinity Stone. Then talking about the combined power of the Infinity Stone, that it evaporated Thanos.
Yes. You could say that he was, should I say, in the line of fire. Like he was the one at the front line. You could say it was. I'm just trying to make sense of it. That's all. That's all.
And
He was in the front
now,
line.
now see why it doesn't make sense to me.
Hmm.
Someone that is durable enough to survive the explosion of the Infinity Stone got
Hmm.
infected by one
Well,
small
we by a
virus.
yes, exactly.
Come on,
It didn't make sense. It
what
didn't
are we
make
saying
sense.
here?
It didn't make sense. It
Who,
didn't
who
make
is
sense.
who's writing these things? Who's writing these
It
things?
would have been so better if Scarlet Witch had, taken control of his mind because Thor was already done after that battle.
Yeah.
They did do Thor dirty though, but let's just leave that. He's my favorite Avenger, just FYI. But let's put that aside. But yeah, and Thor was, see, the zombie Thor we saw, this guy was in his punches.
He was out for blood. He was actually out for blood.
His appearance on screen, with Bifrost, evaporated Blade Knight on the spot.
He evaporated some of our Avengers. Because yeah, we had this sort of de facto Avengers team that
Yeah.
actually got see. Anytime you play the Avengers team on the screen, right? It's raw. It's a law of the universe. I will have to
Yes.
scream. And hearing that, bam, 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 I screamed. I screamed, right?
Dun,
So
dun.
our Avengers team in this particular universe now
Ah.
is made up of
Thor wiped like half.
Scott's Head, Spiderman, Valkyrie, Miss
Yes.
Marvel, Shang-Chi, and Babe. I don't know her name.
Shang-Chi and Babe. Is it Shang-Chi and Babe? Yeah. I don't know her name as well, but yeah.
The Blade Knight. Then we
Yeah,
had
sorry. Let's go back. She knows how to use the rings as well.
yeah. In this universe, they split the rings into 5. Shang-Chi
Yes.
used 5 and she
Yeah.
used 5 too.
And Shang-Chi also used the ring to stop himself from becoming fully zombified.
5, yeah. So
Yeah.
then we had 3 sorcerers from Kamatage.
Can we talk about that sorcerer with the sword?
Woo!
That guy was dope.
He had one of the
Best display of
like the sorcery
Yeah.
in the whole of the MCU. I'd
Yes.
say.
Come on.
It was beautiful.
Was
It's him, then Doctor Strange.
in that order, actually.
It's him, then Doctor
In
Strange,
that order.
then the others. Right? The way he incorporated his, finger movement, with his sword,
And the mouth movement, the
mouth was
words.
like,
oh
oh
no.
my, that was beautiful to see.
It
That's
was
beautiful to see.
dope. It was
Right.
dope.
Right. And one of the major 1v1 we had with zombies was Infinity Hawk versus
The zombie horde.
not just the zombie horde, but the 1v1 in particular, the Infinity Hawk versus Wanda.
Oh, okay.
That fight was epic. But
It didn't really last.
it didn't last long
Yeah,
enough.
it
That
didn't
was
really last long
They should
enough.
have explored that because it had all the signs of being like one of the best.
Yeah, Cypher. That was his name.
Yeah.
If Hawk in charge of the
I'm calling him Infinity Hawk. That's their business. Thank you very much for your cooperation. Yeah, and then something else so when we got to episode 3, I saw the Valkyrie.
Yes,
I
because
also
it's
saw-
Milagre.
I just saw that Dora Milaje was under the control of
Yeah.
Wanda, and I started imagining in my mind that I imagine which of these sect of warriors is going to be the most powerful, right?
Because
I
we
don't
have
know-
like the Valkyrie, which are a set of female warriors from
Yeah.
Asgard, and we have the Milagre, who are the best female warriors from Wakanda.
They are the strongest set of warriors on
I
Earth.
think on yes,
most
Hand,
advanced.
hand.
Hand,
Did you see how they removed Bucky's arm? They weren't even trying. Ta,
everywhere
ta,
first
ta.
blow. Everywhere first blow.
They did it like a Mortal Kombat combo. Quack, 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 and it was off. Even
Yeah,
Bucky shocked.
yeah. So I was thinking about it, and then see, I don't know who wrote it before, but they were in my head. I
Some of
they
the
gave
character
they
interactions.
gave it to us. They gave us
Some
that fight, and
character interactions were dope.
so Dora Milaje, what's that name? What's that name now?
Okoye,
Okoye, yeah, it was Okoye versus Valkyrie.
Tessa Thompson.
Oh,
Shout
it was
out.
given. It was
It
given.
was
I'm not even
given.
going to lie to you.
It was
And
given.
then
The spear versus the two sword.
yeah. So
it
at
was
the end of the day,
epic.
they gave it to Dora Milaje. I was like, okay,
I
cool, cool.
disagree. I disagree.
That's fair. That's
I
possible.
disagree. I disagree. She was a zombie. Zombie.
Did she win or she not win?
She was a zombie.
Did she win or did not win?
It was a zombie.
Yeah,
She was a
rest.
zombie.
Rest. She won. Right. So they gave to Dora Milaje. I was like, fair. All I wanted to see was
Yeah, now having an
let's
interaction
see
like
that
that.
interaction. So they
Yeah.
gave it to me, and that's what we are here for. That's what we
Actually.
are here for. Absolutely. Then what else can we? Yeah, Miss Marvel figuring her shit out. by the end
Oh
of the
yeah.
series.
She progressively got into using her powers in a much more creative and like this is your power, use your power kind of type shit.
So for the first few episodes, she was
Was-
like
She was just not it at
she was
all,
like the sidekick,
majorly.
literally with even with the team of three ladies. That was
Yes,
Miss Marvel, Kate Bishop,
yeah,
and
and,
Ironheart. She was still
yeah.
like the sidekick, right? And then when she later found the other people like Blade Knight and all that, she
Mhm.
was still like the sidekick. She was always hiding in one corner,
Corner, not wanting to like
traumatized
step
and stuff.
up, you know.
But she got real when she faced Nemo.
Yes.
Woo! Nemo did not see that coming.
At all.
Nemo did not see that coming. I'll leave it to you to find out on your own, but Nemo did not see that
Did not
coming.
see that coming
And
at
then
all.
I think after that happened, something clicked in her head. She realized that
Yes.
I am
Yeah.
so
I can't be playing like
I can't
this.
be playing like this.
People's life are at stake.
Yeah, so she
Can
I loved how they used her powers in the
Yes,
show.
like there was a gradual introduction to what she's actually
Like
capable of.
it showed us how badass she could be if she actually locked in the MCU,
Yes.
the live action. Not just using her powers as like a stepping stone to climb and jump
Jump
up
up
and
and down.
disappear. Like, whoa, she did some brutal stuff with those power sets. Yeah.
Can we also just give a little shout out to Spider-Man? Like his cutscene was dope. His cutscene. Where
The
when-
last
yeah,
final
the
battle.
final battle. His cutscene was dope. His cutscene was dope. Also, please, can we talk about somebody that caused all this wahala? Are we
Vision.
going to talk about somebody that caused all this wahala?
Vision. Vision was the problem. Vision. See, plot twist. Wanda is not the bad guy.
Vision is
Vision
bad.
is the bad guy. Because in the What If series,
Yes.
where this story was extrapolated from, Vision actually figured out a cure for normal humans to cure the virus.
That's how we got Scott Lang's head.
Yeah, that's how we got
Ant-Man.
Scott Lang's head. And in that episode, that's how we got
Black Panther
Black
back.
Panther as well, right?
Yeah.
And but the virus could not work on Wanda because she was too strong. So he was basically attracting unsuspecting people back to his base to feed to Wanda.
Which was already
Right.
very not good at all.
So they called him out on that, and then he decided on his own that he needs to atone for his crimes, and then decided to kill himself. Like, how did that help us in the story?
What did you atone for exactly?
That
please?
was a very cowardice move. Like, what did you atone for exactly? Because your Wanda ended up taking over the whole world. Thank you very much for your atonement. God bless you.
We did not need it.
We
Please.
did not need it. Because if he kept himself alive, who knows, he would have been able to develop a cure for the rest of the world.
And maybe would have,
And then
been able
eventually
to-
we would figure out how to help Wanda.
Yes.
But he just wanted to take the easy way out. Talking
Very
about
coward
atonement.
move. Vision is the bad guy. please.
Vision was the bad guy. See, all of this would have been avoided if it was not for Vision.
Yes.
Because at the end of the day, spoilers, Wanda won.
Yes. Wonder One. And And we knew that the heroes did not stand a chance, but they actually put in effort. The one person that could have actually done something. We're not even saying that he might have been able to overpower one, that would actually do something substantial. Because what we just watched in Marvel Zombie was heroes trying to, you know, create time for the ending that we know was going to end, which was Wanda going to take over. So the one
Yeah.
person that could have actually done something to like avert it was Vision, and the guy went to go and atone
Atone for crimes. Very, very, very stupid
very
something. Very anyhow
very,
thing.
very nonsense thing that he did.
Yeah.
So yeah,
So towards the end of the show, because definitely that's funny.
yeah,
When Miss Marvel eventually gave to Wanda,
yes.
and they cut to this, this the world being normal and everything.
Mm-hmm.
That sort of caught me out of guard for a minute because, like, wait, was Wanda right? Like, what's going on here?
Yes, was she always right about being the solution?
It's messed me up a little because, like, I would not have been satisfied with that ending at all. I was not satisfied with the
Not that
ending
you are
they gave
satisfied
us,
with the ending,
but that
Sha.
one would have been worse. Like, oh, Wanda was always right. Right. So what we all did in the last 4 episodes
Was all for none.
was all for nothing. Right. But yeah, so,
And there is a theory that Riri is alive, and it is backed up by the fact of what happened in What If, where the what's his name again? The Watcher was talking, and he made a specific comment. He said, in this particular Earth, Riri Williams is the only survivor, and he was referring to a zombified
really,
Earth.
really,
Yes,
very
yes, yes.
that's-
Because we saw a clip of Riri still fighting. You know that she
yes, yes.
injected herself with a sort of made up cure.
Yeah.
When
Oh
she
yeah.
got bit.
That actually went over my head.
Yes.
That probably was a cure.
Yeah.
So, see,
But
this is why I said I need an animated movie to tie this all up. Like, they can't end it here. Má bẹ̀, ẹ má bẹ̀, ẹ má bínú.
Speaking your
Ẹ má bínú. I am begging you judiciously. I beg, help us. It just can't end here.
but let's
Because
assume they bring
Those were
it back.
major cliffhangers.
Yes. But let's assume they bring it back. Who is going to? So we have only two people on Earth currently, to our knowledge, that are not zombified. One
You
is
think Hawk was zombified?
he was defeated.
He was defeated, but was okay. Maybe he was killed off or something.
I
The one
think
that killed
I
him.
think she's going. She can't. You know the way Vision could not kill Wanda. Wanda cannot kill Hawk, so she will most likely just cage him somewhere.
So this
Okay,
this,
so let's say three characters.
yeah, this is what I think would happen.
Okay.
Since you just brought it to my attention now,
Mm.
that Riri
Mhm.
most likely figured out the cure stuff,
Yes.
right? Because that's the only way she could have been talking to Miss Marvel at the end, trying to, like,
Tell her to
break
wake
that,
up.
wake up, break
Yeah,
that
yeah, yeah.
vision. It means what they have to do is just mass produce that cure
And start
start
distributing
infecting.
it. Okay.
So it would work. Kevin
Eh,
Feige, Emma Binu, we need an animated movie. Not, I don't need another whole series, 4 episodes. Just maybe a 1 hour animated movie to just tie this all up. It's
It's
actually
going to be
good.
good. It's good.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So this has really been a long talk. No thanks to somebody here that decided to just spend all our time talking about. I'm not mentioning the person, sha, but
Are you not entertained?
yes, exactly. Are you not entertained, actually,
So the
guys?
last session
The last session before
on
we,
popular opinions on
Yeah.
MCU.
Okay,
What's your unpopular?
opinion on it. I want to cause fight.
Let's go there.
I want to cause fight.
Let's go there.
Andrew Garfield is the best depiction of Spider-Man. Andrew Garfield is the best depiction of Spider-Man. Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man, the amazing Spider-Man, it's not even best. It's
Just
comic
justify your
accurate.
points. Justify your point.
He's slender. His height. It's actually comically accurate. Physically, 5'10", or I think it's 5'9" or 5'10". That's one. And two, bioelectric electricity. That's how he actually crawls. In the comic, that's how actually he crawls.
Which comic?
What comic?
And where did they show it was bioelectricity in Amazing Spider-Man?
In the train scene. the train when he was in the train
I'll need
scene.
to watch
When he
Amazing
was in the
Spider-Man
train
again
scene
because I
where
don't remember none of
you
this.
know, he is like he is him actually. And I think Tobey Maguire is the best Peter Parker depiction.
Yeah, face.
He's the best Peter Parker depiction.
Face.
Andrew Garfield is the best. I'm not saying like Peter Parker and he's the best Spider-Man depiction. Because in terms of his height, his build, he is actually comically accurate as compared to Toby, who is like
Shorter and more.
let's say muscular.
Yeah.
Then Tom Holland is kind of, I think Tom Holland is the shortest Spider-Man we have, shorter than Tobey Maguire.
Yeah.
But he's like a blend and everything. But
you have talked your mind. Which one of their movies are the best? Rate all of the three, all of their movies together. Which one is the best?
That's from Tobey Maguire.
So the three Tobey Maguire movies, the two Andrew Garfield movies, and the three Tom Holland movies we have right now. Which one is the best? Which one was the most entertaining to watch? Talk true. If you lie, yeah.
I would put Tobey Maguire. That's Spider-Man. I'll put
I don't
it
want
out.
you to rate them individually. Just
Okay.
rate the collection.
The collection.
Of their movies.
The collection
So
of their
Spider-Man
movies.
1 to 3.
I don't think it's fair. I don't think it's
Spider-Man 1
fair.
and
I don't
2.
think it's fair. It's not fair to Andrew
Oh,
Garfield
God.
because he did not get
Forget-
a third movie.
Hello.
He did not get a third movie. Every
Yeah.
other person had a 3-movie franchise. So it's not fair to Andrew Garfield.
So you want to rate the movies one by one? We can still do it like that. No, let's do it like that. We are rating the movies one by one.
One by one.
Yes. This is your first 5.
My first 5.
Yes.
Spider-Man Part 2. My top
Number
one.
one.
Number 2 and Amazing Spider-Man 2. Because
Very rubbish thing you talk just now.
no. And I will defend it. Should I tell you why? The saddest, for me, this is my opinion. You can argue it. The saddest moment in the whole of Marvel was depicted in Amazing Spider-Man when Stacy's death. Nobody can tell me anything.
Oh, okay. So
That
we
was
are
epic.
rating the quality of movies based on sadness.
No, I'm just saying.
That's what we are doing now. That's what we are doing.
I'm just saying, and it was all round. It was good. All round, it was good. It was a solid movie. With Electro,
it was not a solid
it was.
I'm sorry.
To me, it was. To me, he had
carry your opinion and throw inside the trash. Hello.
He had a realistic take. Like, do you know what he went through? Do you know what Andrew Garfield went through?
Okay, let's
Oh no.
Calm down.
Seeing the death.
See, the movie was the most anticlimactic movie of all the Spider-Man movies that came out.
I disagree.
I got to the end of it and I was like, okay.
I disagree.
See,
I disagree.
you have, let's be fair.
Yes.
It was the most anticlimactic. And this is why.
Okay.
See, usually movies have like 3 acts.
Okay.
But Amazing Spider-Man 2 ended on the second act. After the death of Gwen Stacy,
Yes.
there was nothing else. There was nothing else. There was no other act.
You don't mean it.
There was nothing else.
The depression he faced, his time off as Spider-Man.
That was like montage scenes.
What do you mean montage scenes?
That was montage scenes.
What do you mean montage scenes?
It's not like they showed us him like crying on the road.
Come on now, they were tying it off. What did you want them to do?
That's not you.
Nah. I disagree. I felt fulfilled when it's like the way it
It
ended.
felt fulfilled with depression.
Yeah. No, not with this.
These are the problems.
Not with depression. He battled out of it and came back. Now, come on now. How did he come back? When he saw, I think after I realized everything and the need to keep on going in honoring the memory of people that have fallen, and that scene when Rhino came.
Hello, you're adding things to
I'm
it.
not adding things to
Let me
it.
tell you. Let me
Okay.
explain what happened.
Okay,
to
what
the
happened?
listeners.
Yeah.
Saw on TV.
Yes.
Saw Rhino.
Mhm.
Saw a boy there.
Mm-hmm.
The boy was wearing his mask.
Yeah, well, I
He
was
about to
getting
die.
there. Yes.
Wait now.
Yes.
No, but now you're now adding to it that realize people have died. There was no realization that people have died.
Bro,
You're adding that meaning yourself. You're introducing it
I'm
yourself.
not introducing myself. That was how the storyline. That was the message.
Did he tell you
that?
that he realized that people are dying?
Oh, I'm sorry, for people that has already died before.
Which people died?
Gwen Stacy died.
We know Gwen Stacy died. That's the end of the second act.
Yes.
So which
now.
other people have died that he realized?
His uncle died now. Come on now. Oh,
Was it in part 2 that his uncle died?
No, now it was not in part 2. It was in part 1.
So what are you talking about? Leave part 1 to part 1.
No, what is this?
we're actually
It's a
talking-
continuity now. Come on now. Then the police, Gwen Stacy's dad also. That is a continuity now. Come on now.
to resolve this today. Unfortunately.
Oh yeah, tell me your unpopular opinion. Tell me your.
No,
Tell me where they sweat.
wait, you have the right to your opinion. Does not mean that our opinion are valid.
It is valid. Valid, Sha, but okay, no problem. No problem. Yeah, talk your own. Talk your own. Talk your own.
No, there's no point. I have shared my own unpopular opinion or your unpopular opinion. Let's leave it at that. Let's tie this in.
All right, guys. Thank you so much. This is Mega Mind Podcast. As always, thank you for joining in. And big shout out to all of you that tuned in last week. It's really nice to see that the support is there from the
We
community.
realized that it was tough.
Yeah.
Thank you for sticking to it.
Through the bad audio and everything, we want to thank you all. So, guys, click on the follow button.
Subscribe, share with your
share
friends.
as much as you can. Once again, this is the Mega Mind Podcast. My name is Jude, and
Wisdom. Peace out.
peace out, guys. Thank you so much.